Hey, welcome back. I'm Tony Bricata.
Hey everybody, this is Daniel Vera.
We're both real estate agents at Keller Williams Realty Services. Today we'd like to introduce you to David Stoppelwerth. He is the co-founder of Agility Partners powered by Keller Williams. And he also shares team leader duties with Dee Begley. So here we go. David, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from?
So I grew up around here. I grew up in Edgewood, Kentucky. I bought my first house in Edgewood. My kids and I, we moved about 2 years ago, so I'm very familiar with Northern Kentucky in general. We now live in Union.
Cool.
Nice. What are some of your hobbies, interests, or some things you like to do with the family around the area?
All right, so one of my biggest hobbies right now, and they do change regularly, is I've been golfing a lot, probably too much. And I also enjoy working out. My children are 6 and 8, so both of them are involved in different sports, activities, and then with them being home for school, we are constantly busy.
Absolutely. David, tell us a little bit about what you've done in the past. What kind of work have you done that really makes you an outstanding real estate agent?
I don't know if I am an outstanding real estate agent,
Well,
but I appreciate
That's me
the
calling.
bump.
Well, that's
No,
that's because you're my boss.
Before I started in real estate, I was an operating partner of a pizzeria / pub. I did that for about 6 years, and really what happened was I had no time for me and no time for my kids. At the time, I only had one kid, and I had another one on the way, and I knew I was going to have to do something to spend more time with them and really be a better father. And I was willing to lose money and take that risk to see what would happen. And so I did both jobs for a little while. I want to say it was about 6 months. I still ran the restaurant and I did real estate. And eventually what I realized is I was losing money just by doing both, and that I needed to really jump into this thing and go 100% at it and see what happened. And if I didn't work out, I can always go back to doing something similar. I felt if I didn't take the risk, I would regret it the rest of my life. So I did that about probably 5 years ago.
Sweet.
All right. And how do you create relationships and just stay active in the community?
Well, my kids help me stay active in the community because I'm constantly in contact with other parents. And what I've found in my experience is when people find out you're a realtor, don't ever plan on talking about anything else when you're around people. A lot of people say they don't like talking about their jobs when they're not at their jobs. We do not have that luxury. What's the real estate market like? What's going on? Are we going to be going into a recession? What can I sell my house for? You're constantly getting those questions. But on the flip side of that, that means they're thinking of you when they're thinking about real estate. So my kids really have helped with that, and like the two activities I told you with before, both working out and golfing, I've made a lot of contacts there. And really what I try to do with making contacts is I never kind of push real estate on people, but I always want people to know that I'm genuine in caring about them and whatever it is they are talking about, whether it's real estate related or not. And I try and get the point across that, I do care about you, no matter what it is. And I'd like to say that I like to think that comes across well.
I think so. So,
Sure you do.
I sure do. Dave, why don't you tell us what you think really makes for a good real estate agent? Maybe qualities and skills. Since you're the team leader of our new team, Agility Partners, for newer agents like ourselves, what do you think we could focus on quality and skill wise to really make us better?
Well, the biggest thing I feel that's going to make you successful is the relationship you have with your clients. And so the first thing I'm going to think of is, well, how do I gain a great relationship with my clients? And the first thing that me personally I have to do is I have to be able to be willing to hurt their feelings and tell them the truth than coddle them, whatever the case may be. If they think their house is worth $250 and I know it's only going to sell for $225 or $230, I'm telling them that. I'm not telling my clients what they want to hear. I'm telling my clients what the data shows me, and what I've seen in my experience. I have found that a lot of times people will tell their clients what they want to hear, and at the end of the day, I let them know that no matter what, you can do whatever you want. We can list it for whatever you want, but here's my experience. This is what I see, and I'm only telling you this because I want to help you. And I also show them data of how listing, and for this example, listing it lower will sell quicker, and inevitably you're going to get more money. So my biggest thing is I want to be 100% transparent with my clients. I want them to know that I am going to take care of them, and I not just don't care about the transaction, but I care about them and their well-being. And I'd like to think I get that point across with my clients, and I would say I get a decent amount of referrals from them due to that.
Sweet.
Alright, and how do you like working for Keller Williams?
I really do enjoy working for Keller Williams. I've been here, it'll be 2 years this November. And I was with a smaller company before I came here, and I interviewed with Nick quite a few times. I want to say 3 or 4 times before I decided to make that leap. And inevitably, the reason I did make that leap was because I felt like I could grow at a faster pace here with being able to gain knowledge from people that have done things that I wanted to do, and they've done it at a successful level. Keller Williams is, if you are willing to put in the work, and if you enjoy a good hustle, and I do enjoy it, I enjoy a hustle, and I think both of you do as well. This place is perfect for you because there's a wealth of knowledge. There's not one aspect of the real estate business that somebody in here, this specific office, hasn't been successful at. And not only have they been successful at it, but they're willing to let you know how they've been successful. So, for instance, when I came here, I wanted to start flipping houses. And right now we own 5 different houses. So, I've been able to do that. Dee and I have been able to gain a team. My real estate business has continued to grow, and it's all through suggestions of different people in Keller Williams. I remember when Nick, I think it was the last time we met before I signed, I remember him telling me, he said, you know what? He said, David, you're going to be successful no matter what, I believe, but we're going to get you to where you want to go quicker. And that's always resonated with me, and I don't think I'll ever forget that. And when he said that, it was kind of like when I left the job before. It was like, you know what? I think if I don't take this risk and if I don't try it out, I'm going to regret it. And I would rather fail at something than live with the what ifs.
And I would totally agree with that. And for those that don't know, Nick Smith is the CEO of our office, and I think he's done a really tremendous job of just making the dynamics of our office to be supportive. And really, there's a lot of teams umbrellaed under Keller Williams, but we're all really one big team that allows to give support to everybody, which makes us successful. So I appreciate that. Bouncing off of that, you started Agility Partners with Dee. Can you tell us a little bit about what you like about being part of a team and being a team leader?
Well, the biggest part is being able to give back. So in all aspects of my life, I guess what I've learned up to this point is that we keep what we have by giving it away. So meaning, the more I try and give to other people, regardless of what aspect it is in my life, the more I get in return. I could be talking to a new agent about something, and I could say something that I'm actually not applying to my business. And it's kind of like an aha moment, like, wait a minute, like I need to be doing that more. Like I'm not doing that. And to be able to see people, who start out, become successful, and be happy at what they do. How many places or how many jobs or how many careers do you know of where you can do that? You're touching lives and you're doing it in different aspects every day. And no day is the same. And for somebody like me, it's been perfect.
Awesome. What has been your favorite selling experience or buying experience working with people?
A transaction that goes smooth.
I'd like to see that.
I'll tell you this. So, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I've been sober for 10 years. And the best transactions I've had have been with people that I've watched get sober and being able to hand them the keys to a house. You know, seeing somebody who has, been on Skid Row or haven't, couldn't get sober and struggled for years to try, to be able to work with them and to see them, not only get sober, but be able to buy a house and become a productive member of society. It's like I'm double dipping. I'm not only making a living off of it, but I get to watch these people that I care about in my life grow and see their families blossom. So it's very neat.
That's pretty special. Kind of plays into the next question. Your favorite part of working in real estate, and what would that be?
Well, it would go back to what I just mentioned. Also, what I love about real estate is there's no ceiling. Like, nobody tells me how much money I'm gonna make this year. Nobody gives me raises. Nobody deducts my pay. It is what I make it. So if I'm not, say making the amount of money I want to make, there's only one person that I can blame. And there are many different ways to be successful in the real estate business. And it's given me many opportunities, and there are many avenues for me to go down and try, because not one thing works for everybody. Everybody's different. So dare I say, it's almost like playing a game and finding what works for you, how it works for you, how to, talking to clients, how am I different with that or better at that or worse at that than you, so on and so forth. So, being able to find your groove and what works for you. And not only that, but I've learned I can't be afraid of change. I think we've all worked with agents, and it's like they're stuck in the past. You know what I mean? Whether it be with technology or the way they deal with clients, et cetera, et cetera. I always want to embrace change because I know it's coming and it's inevitable, and I need to be able to move along. And I think to be successful, you have to have that mindset. So I try and keep that in the forefront and just do what's in front of me. Not letting myself get overwhelmed, and also be grateful and appreciative for everything that I do have, because I never expected to get what I have gotten out of being a realtor.
Great.
And what do you feel are the most important resources buyers or sellers should be using?
As far as, are we talking about like lenders or
Just in general, they want to start looking into real estate. What do you suggest that someone does?
Well, I would say contact me first. Don't get on Zillow. Zillow is a lie. If I hear one more time, what Zillow says, like, that's, it's not, that's not real. And, it takes a while to get that through people's heads, but
We're real.
I think, one of the great things about being a realtor is that we can point anybody in any direction. You know what I mean? If you need a lender, if you need an appraiser, if you need land surveyed, for us with flipping, we can obviously help you with contractors, especially with how far out contractors are right now with the market being as busy as it is. So we are that middle point of contact. And I tell all my clients this, especially new buyers, it's that at the end of the day, make sure you're asking a lot of questions. I don't ever want you to feel like you are bugging me. I don't ever want you to feel like, oh, well, it's late at night, I don't want to bug him. It's not how this works. I get paid by, doing my job and making the transaction as smooth as possible, and by giving you as much information to be as comfortable as possible through the process. So I make sure to let my clients know that. And again, I think that helps with getting referrals from my business, because at the end of the day, I will make sure that my clients are taken care of. Whether I agree with how we start the process or not, it is my job to see that they are taken care of and that they are happy at the end of the transaction. So, just ask a lot of questions, and be upfront, and don't think, even if what you're asking is stupid, it's something you don't know. So you need to be asking it, because we can't read your mind.
Well, I appreciate it. We want to thank David Stoppelwerth for taking the time with us today for this interview, but not only that, but really showing us his experience and being a good team leader. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.
I also got dressed up for this, so you're
No,
welcome.
he didn't. Thank you.
Thanks.